Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shah, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shah, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shah. Call Halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem Raha Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. This is your brother Yakar Aben from Great Millstone, Houston, and double honors to the men that taught our elders and apostles. I'm just back with another lesson, because the Lord is angry with his people, but his people do not know him. The other nations, everybody has forgotten about Yahweh. Everybody has, except for, the prophets or the hopeful elect. Everybody has forgotten the power that Yahweh wields, on the earth and in the heavens. This is Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22. It says, "For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." And the Lord's people, do not know him. I mean, they have a zeal. Well, I mean, I get that. They have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. Yahweh is the God of the Bible. The Old Testament God, the New Testament God. They don't. That is the power, the Most High. You know. Uh, I mean, it's the scriptures speak for themselves. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. It says, "See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal, and neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." And this is the power of the Bible. The things that he did in Egypt, all of the different plagues that he did in Egypt. The nations knew about these plagues, and they understood that the Israelites were, a people to be reckoned with because they have Yahweh, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. The Lord's name is Yahweh, which means he is or he exists. And his son's name is Yahweh Shah, which means he is the deliverer. But when we go back into the accounts of the Bible, it explains that who our power is. Our power is not to be fooled with, is not to be played with. He's a man of war. Our power is, the Christians have it like Yahweh is all love and forgiveness and kindness, but no, Yahweh is wrath. Yes, he's mercy. He's mercy unto Israel, but to the other nations, I mean, they don't have a part in this. But let's get that. I mean, we, like I said, the people, Israelites have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. I mean, you can talk to them and you can ask them, well, who's over death? And then they'll say, yeah, that the Lord, Yahweh, is over death. But when a tragedy hits, then it's Mother Nature, or it's an accident. These things, the Lord wouldn't do that. No, Yahweh, he brings forth judgment every day. But let's get this. This is Exodus chapter 4 and verse 1. This is what Moses didn't want to really do what the Lord had told him to do. And we'll get the account, but this is just further evidence that Yahweh is, he's in control of all things. This is Exodus chapter 4 and verse 10. It says, "And Moses said unto Yahweh, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither hereforto, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue." And Yahweh said unto him, "Who have made man's mouth, and who maketh the dumb or deaf, or the seeing or the blind? Have not I, Yahweh?" So, yeah, the Lord is the one that controls whether you see, whether you're blind, whether you're deaf, all of these things, whether you're handicapped. All of these things are, in the control of the Heavenly Father. And yes, he punishes people and he makes them blind. He punishes people, you know, for the things that they have done on the earth, you know, as it says in Ecclesiastes, you know, a place of judgment under the earth. But, you know, the other nations understand, well, they used to understand who our power is. Now, you know, now Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has placed, you know, Yahweh out, you know, out so far out of existence, you know, that, you know, 100 million years away, he's portrayed all of these things, you know, with his pseudoscience. But Yahweh is the same. He is the same power. He's the same power that brought all of the plagues on Egypt. He's the same power that split the water. You know, he's the same power. You know, he's the same power that turned Miriam leprous. You know, we're still dealing with Yahweh. But I'm gonna get this last account, and you know, but this last account just to, you know, to solidify that, you know, our power is to be feared. He is to be feared. But this is Joshua chapter 2, starting at verse 9. And this is Rahab the harlot. This is, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to get to the point. It says, and she said unto the men, I know that Yahweh have given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. Talking about the Israelites. He says, for we have heard how Yahweh dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt, neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For Yahweh, your power, he is power in the heaven above and in heaven beneath, and Salakia, and earth beneath. So, you know, the other nations once knew that Yahweh was only for Israel and the things that he done, you know. But now, you know, Esau has pushed him so far out, but he's getting ready to show himself again. And that's what, you know, we want. That's what we're desperately looking for Yahweh to show these people who he is again, you know, and the 2/3. The 2/3, we want them to understand who Yahweh is. He's not to be played with. You know, let's get that. And we'll close it out. This is just a quick. This is Sirach, a book of Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36 and verse 1. It says, have mercy upon us, O Yahweh, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. So yeah, you know, Yahweh has shown how he has dealt with Israel by bringing all of these plagues on us, you know, as it says in Daniel, you know, Daniel chapter 9, you know, he has brought all of these plagues upon us. You know, nobody's been done like Israel. So we want the Lord to show his power amongst the other nations. Let them see, you know, since they've seen what he's done to us, we want to see what he's going to do to them. You know, with that being said, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Raha Hadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Hopefully this lesson is edifying. Shalom.